So we are gonna talk about the best cheap fragrances for men in the market right now. If you prefer to read this article or this blog, you can go to fragranceTime.com and there you have all the information from our experts. Well, let's start the list right now. First of all, we have Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. This fragrance goes around $40 to $50 tops. It normally goes around $35, $40. You can check the price down in the descriptions. It will take you to Amazon, and there you can see the price of Legend Spirit. This fragrance is kind of a bubblegum fragrance. If you know Invictus, the one that's shaped like a trophy, it smells pretty similar to that. The first time I smelled it, it was pretty good. It's clean, it's masculine, it's bubblegum, it's kind of playful. You can see all the notes here in the screen. We got grapefruit, which is the primary note. You do smell the grapefruit for around 1 hour and a half, and it's pretty good grapefruit. Then you got at the end you have that white woods. It's a woody grapefruit fragrance that gets a lot of compliments, mainly for women. Women have complimented me a lot with this fragrance. I haven't used it that much because I have so much fragrances now that I can't use them all. But Mont Blanc Legend Spirit is a great brand, and it's a great fragrance really. And for the price, it's pretty cheap and pretty good. Wait till we see number 1 and number 2 because they are very interesting fragrances and even cheaper than this one. Let's go to the next one, which is John Varvatos Artisan Pure. This is the most expensive fragrance on the list. That's why it's placed at number 9. In terms of smell, it's probably one of the best ones. It's not synthetic at all. It's fresh. It has this bergamot, this lemon. It's very fresh fragrance. It's kind of similar to George Sauvage, Bleu Chanel, Dylan Blue. All these fragrances, because it's a fresh fragrance, fresh blue, green fragrance that has a bit more personality to it. It's way more natural. It smells great. You just smell this, and this is a sophisticated man who just got out of the shower. This out of the shower smell, it lasts all throughout the fragrance. It has great performance. The bottle looks kind of cool. So yeah, John Varvatos Artisan Pure, it's pretty great of a fragrance. It's on the most expensive of this fragrance list, but you can check the price down in the description, and it sometimes is on discount. Maybe you can get this one for $60-$70. It's worth it. The 100 milliliter is very worth it. I do use this one a little bit more than Mont Blanc Legend, because it's one of my favorite fragrances actually. So let's go to number 8. We have Versace Blue Jeans. This is a very popular fragrance. It was made a long time ago and it's still people use it. My father actually used it when he was a teen. And now I use it once in a while. It's a great smell, very complex. It has a lot of ingredients and you can smell them all. It's pretty sweet. It smells kind of Coca-Cola, if you want to say it like that. It has that vanilla, it has that citruses, that bergamot. It's quite an old fragrance, I'm going to say that. It's kind of more mature. It gives you an old vibe. Like an 80s, 70s, 90s vibe. You are more throwback. It's more of a throwback fragrance. But it's pretty good actually. The performance is great, and it's pretty much I think the cheapest one on this list. You can get it like for $15, the 60 milliliters. So you have to try it out. If you don't like it, then it's just $15. You can check the price. I don't know what's the price right now. I got it for I think $20 in a store, but you can get it on Amazon for $15, I think. So you can check it down in the description. It's a pretty good fragrance, the cheapest one on the list. Then we got Abercrombie Fitch, First Instinct. This is not like Fierce. Fierce is a mostly known fragrance around the world. This is more of a melon fragrance with gin, with tonic water. It's very good for teenagers because the melon is just gives it a playful vibe. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's playful. It's musky. It has the amber. It lasts quite good. I get about 5 hours, 5 hours and a half when I apply it. I wear it to school pretty much. I would say once every week or once every 2 weeks, and I like it pretty much. It's a very good fragrance. It's a citrus melon. You do smell a lot like melon. If you like the smell of lemon, you're gonna like Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct. This one goes around for $35. You can check it on Amazon, and it's pretty good. All the links in the description, of course. We're gonna go for number 6 right now. This is a pretty simple fragrance, as you can see on the notes, but that doesn't mean it's not good. It's one of the best ones on this list. It's just quite unique. You get the vetiver. The vetiver is mostly all you get. If you like vetiver fragrances, like if you like fragrances with rose, for example, like Moschino Toy Boy, this is a good fragrance you're gonna like. It also has been around for a while now, and it's still popular, so that means it's pretty good. I do have my bottle. I'm gonna say I don't use it that much, because I don't like vetiver on fragrances that much, but I do use it once in a while. It's more of a darker floral fragrance, which it's actually pretty popular, and I have complimented all other men with this fragrance because it smells a lot different on skin than on paper, so I will give it a try. This one, so it's also around $40, I think. So it's pretty cheap for 60 or 100 milliliters. I cannot remember, but you got the link in the description. You can check it out. We're getting into the middle of this list. Remember that we have pending numbers 2, 3, 1, which are basically the best ones you can get. But in number 5, we got F by Ferragamo Black Salvatore. This is a Jeremy fragrance because he promoted a lot on a couple of years ago, and I did order this one because of him, and it's pretty good. At first, you're not gonna like it probably. The first smell I smelled, I was a bit disappointed with the fragrance because it didn't smell at all as I wanted. It smelled a lot like baby wipes, and that's a description you're gonna find all over the internet, that it smells like baby wipes. But the third time I wear it, I felt like this Wolf of Wall Street guy, this Jordan Belfort, in a suit with a tie, well dressed. This fragrance just goes perfectly well with that. It has the lavender, the apple, the black pepper is a special ingredient for this fragrance because you're gonna smell that black pepper a lot. And if you like black pepper fragrances, you're gonna love this one. It has a great perfume behind, and it's simply Ferragamo is a great fragrance house. This one is also pretty cheap. I think like $35 for 100 milliliters. It's just a steal. It's a gift, and you should try it out, really. It's pretty good. It's gonna surprise you at first, but then you're gonna like it a lot. I'm pretty sure you will. We're gonna go with number 4 right now. Club de Nuit Intense Man by Armaf. If you like Creed Aventus, you're gonna like Club de Nuit. It's basically the same fragrance for around $500 less. It's really amazing. This one costs around $35 to $35, which is a pretty affordable price, and it smells just like a Aventus. Not at first. The first 30 minutes is gonna be a little bit harsh, but if you can get through those 30 minutes, you're gonna be smelling great. If you have smelled Creed Aventus and you like it, this is a blind buy. 100% is a blind buy. If you don't like Creed Aventus, you want to stay away from this one because it smells pretty much the same. Just instead of the pineapple, it is more of a lemon. It's not so much pineapple, it's more lemon that you can smell at first, but then it smells pretty much identical. If you haven't smelled Creed Aventus, I will give this one a try. It's more to please the men than the women. I have getting more compliments from men than from women with this fragrance. So if that's something you want to achieve, then you got Club de Nuit Intense Man. We're gonna go with number 3, which is this one not many people know about. It's Halloween Man X. I think this is one of the best fragrances I have buy in all the 400 fragrances that I have right now. And it's really complex. It's great. It smells like coffee with whiskey, with cinnamon. It's sweet. It's like a sweet bomb that you get from the coffee, from the cardamom, from the lemon. It's such a great fragrance. If you're gonna be smelling like a coffee shop. If you like entering into a coffee shop and smell like coffee, of course, then you're gonna smell like that. And women actually love the smell of coffee. So if you smell like coffee, they will wanna be near you. So this is just a great fragrance. I do wear it. I prefer to wear it in winter and on cold days, basically, because it does perform a lot better, and sweet fragrances are a lot better in the cold weather. So I do recommend wearing it at the cold, not so much on a warm beach day, of course not. I wouldn't wear this, but it's a great fragrance, great price too. It's a cheap fragrance, around $30, $35. You can get this one on Amazon. You can check the link in the description, and it will take you there to check the price. And if you want to buy it, you go there and buy it. Great fragrance. This is one of my favorite fragrances overall, and I have a lot of fragrances. We're gonna go now to number 2 and wait for number 1 because it's the best one of all. We got number 2, Bentley for Men Intense. 2 nights ago, I went to dinner with my friends, and one of my friends smelled just so mature, so businessman. And I asked him what was the fragrance he was wearing, and it was Bentley for Men Intense. This is a pretty mature fragrance, I'm gonna say. The rum, the woody notes, the incense, the leather, you do smell them a lot. You're gonna smell like leather and rum. You're gonna smell pretty much like an alcoholic, but it's a good alcoholic. It's an alcoholic that you say, man, that man means business, you know? It's a businessman who always is occupied in stuff. He's pretty busy. He has money. This is a fragrance that smells so much more expensive than it really is. You're gonna smell like $500 when this one costs around $35. So if you wanna smell expensive for cheap, this is pretty much the best one you can get of all the entire list. If you want to smell expensive, just buy Bentley for Men Intense. If you have the budget to buy something like Creed Ventus or Perfumes de Mali or something like that, Bentley is just perfect. It's really great. It's the juice is amazing. The performance is great. Just a pretty good fragrance. Let's go to number 1, and we already know which one is gonna be. Nautica Voyage. Nautica Voyage is just the king. You cannot compete against Nautica Voyage if you want some cheap fragrance to wear every single time you go out. If you only want to have one fragrance and you don't want to spend more than $20, Nautica Voyage is your go-to. It smells like apple and green leaves. It's just that, and it smells also like water. Like water, but good water. Like seawater. It's great. I do use it a lot because it's pretty cheap. I can wear it when I don't know what to wear, when I'm just going to the groceries or I'm going to the gym. I don't like wearing fragrances to the gym, but when I do, Nautica Voyage is just my go-to. You smell clean, you just showered, you smell like apple, you smell like green, you smell fresh. Women adore this one. It's kind of popular, so you're gonna probably smell like others. But if you're in your country or in your city or in your town, they don't wear a lot of fragrances and you haven't smelled Nautica Voyage ever, just give it a try. I'm telling you, this is a fresh, it kind of smells synthetic at first, but then it goes out of the way and smells masculine, very fresh, very clean. For only $20, I mean, what else you can get for that price? But that's it for the list. All the 10, give a like, give a subscribe, and I'll see you next one. All the links in the description, remember.